and I'm a Master's of Kinesiology student working with the Skating Lab. I'm going to be going over a series of exercises that will help produce better skating stride and technique, as well as help avoid common knee and hip injuries. First stretch we're going to do is to stretch the front of our hips. So what we're going to do is set up in this kneeling position. We're going to be nice and long with our stance. And all we're going to do is just lean forward into this front leg, and you're going to feel a stretch right in the front of our hip here. So you're just going to hold this, and then once this is done, you'll switch sides. This is a stretch that's going to be stretching the front of our thighs here. So we're going to be setting up in this kneeling position. What we're going to do is grab our foot, and you're going to pull your heel into your butt, and you're just going to pull that as tight as you can. And if this isn't enough, you're just going to lean forward a little bit more, feeling the stretch in the front of your thigh. This stretch is going to be stretching our hamstrings. So we're going to set up in the kneeling position. We're going to open our leg out so it's slightly bent, and our toe is pointed up just a little bit. From here, you're going to lean over top of your leg. We're not rounding. We're going to keep our back nice and straight with our chest out, and we're leaning over our knee. We're just going to hold this position. You should feel a stretch in your hamstring. So this stretch is going to be stretching our glutes. So to set up, we're going to be on all fours out front here. We're going to swing our leg through so that way our knee is bent and our foot is to the side. And we're just going to sit back and lean over top of our knee. And we're going to feel a stretch in our glutes at the back. You're going to hold this and switch legs after you're done. This stretch is going to be stretching the inside of our groin. So to set up, we'll have our knees bent with our weight on this leg, and our leg out straight with our knees straight here. Foot's on the ground. We're going to go onto our hands. What we're going to do is just sit back and then rock forward. So this is going to be a rocking motion, and you're rocking forward and backwards. You're going to feel a stretch in the inside of your groin. Okay, so for the first circuit we're going to do, each exercise is going to be done 2 times through, and you're going to do it 12 times for the entire exercise, or per leg or per arm, however it works out. So for the first one we're going to do is called fire hydrants. So first thing we're going to do is set up on all fours, hands underneath our shoulders, and then what we're going to do is we're going to lift up one of our legs out to the side, and we're just going to do that so that way we feel our glutes activating here. So from the front it looks like this. And you're going to do that 12 times per leg. Key thing here is we want to think about rotating our leg out instead of just pushing it out. That's going to activate the muscle a lot. So the next one we're going to do is called the mountain climber. So first thing we want to do is find something nice and sturdy that you can lean on. What we're going to do is lean over top of this chair here. We're going to lock our arms out and make sure we have a nice flat back. What we're going to do is we're going to drive one knee up at a time in a nice, slow, and controlled manner, making sure that we don't go too high as that we round our back. So key thing here, drive the hips up and keep our back nice and flat. With this one, we want to focus on activating the muscles right in front of our hips. That way it can help us create a stronger and better stride. Okay, so next one we're going to do is the body weight squat. So what we're going to do is set up with our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to squat down to about parallel to the floor. Key thing here is we go down, our knees go over top of our toes. So we don't want to see is our knees collapse. That's big for common knee injuries, especially in skating. So what we want to do is we squat down, we use our glutes that we just activated with the fire hydrants. We're going to point them out over top of our toes and then stand back up to the top again. So from the side, just squatting down, about to this depth, knees over top of our toes, and our back is nice and straight, we're not rounding, our chest is up, nice and tall. So next thing we're going to do is called the forward lunge. So what we're going to do is take a big step forward, drop down to our knee, but we're not going to touch the floor, and then we're going to stand back up to the center where we were nice and tall. Next thing we're going to do is use the other leg, drop down again, and up to the top. So big thing here is our knee control again. So we don't want to see is the knee collapsing again. That's really bad for common knee injuries. So we're going to use our glutes, open up the knee and have it over top of our toe. Make sure we're nice and tall. So from the side, taking a big step forward, nice and tall, knee over our toes, back to center, and then using our other leg again. So for this second workout, we're going to be doing each exercise 2 times through, and then each exercise is going to be done for 15 reps, or if it's a different exercise, 15 reps per leg. So the first one is called the Clamshells. So we're going to be sitting up on our side, our knees bent, our feet over top of each other, and what we're going to be doing is opening up our knees as high as you can go. And then what you can do is you're going to do it nice and slow, bring it back down. If you want to make it harder, you're just going to push on your knee and try and resist it as much as you can. The big thing here is we just want to feel our glute activation in the back. That way we can use that for other exercises to come. Next exercise we're going to do is called the glute bridge. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit up on our back. We're going to have our feet close to our butt, our hands out to the side, and what we're going to do is push our hips up to the ceiling. As we do that, we're going to slowly lower and then push them up again, squeezing at the top. Make sure you squeeze our glutes, that way we can use those for the next exercise. Next exercise is the split squat. So we're taking a big step forward, just like our lunge, and we're not going to move from this position. So we're staying here, we're moving down and up. What we want to have is our weight on our front foot, by making sure our heel stays on the ground at the whole time. And what we're doing here is keeping our knee over top of our toe. So we're moving up and down, keeping our knee in nice and control. So from the side, big step forward, up and down, keeping our knee over top of our toe and our back nice and tall. Once you're done all the reps on one side, you go to the other leg and finish all the reps on the last side.